summer is here and there is so much going on the Silly Farm. We are getting ready to go on the road this summer, so make sure you're following us on social media. I am heading to Canada, to Sarnia, to teach a few classes with our Canadian partner, the Magic Mirror. So if you want to know more about that, definitely just keep up with me on social media because there's a lot going on. Now, with so much going on in the world today, it's even more important for us to lift up our brushes and just show everybody how much power we have to make people happy and to keep on creating smiles. So this design was inspired by a book that I bought from this awesome artist. Her name is Susie Toronto. I'm sure you've probably seen her work before. And she just has all this fun whimsical stuff, kind of like a mixture between Mary Engelbreit, Marcella's favorite, and just like her own funky flair. So I'm going to be creating this rainbow crown in honor of everything that's going on, to lend our love, support. We're praying for the victims of the Orlando tragedies. So thank you for joining us today. I have this beautiful model in the studio. My babies are growing up. You've probably seen her throughout the years. She has modeled in my other book, and she's been modeling with us on Fava TV for a while, so I stole her in the studio. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to start off with one of my favorite brushes, the Big Drop brush. It's a great filber brush to make like bigger areas. So I'm going to just load it up with a little bit of red, and I'm going to offset this design starting with a heart in the corner, and then we're going to work our rainbow into it. So you just load up your brush. And then I'm going to start off here by making a heart. Nice big heart, because this will be part of her rainbow crown. So I loaded up my sponge with a little bit of gold and red, and then I asked them to smile, just so that I can get those cheeks, like the apples of their cheeks, nice and bright. See, this is a little bit more red than I would have liked, so all I'm going to do is just add a little bit more gold on my sponge. That way it tones it down. I'm lifting those cheeks just like that. By this time, my heart should be dry. Then I'm going to, using my little drop brush, my all-time favorite brush, I pick up some more white so that we can draw the angel wings right around the corners of the eyes and also around the heart. Then to make the angel wings, so you're just going to press the brush and lift out so that you end up on a nice point. So press and just kind of bring it around like a comma. Press. Thinner towards the end. So you want to see that nice tip. And then I go in and I layer it. Again, just add a second layer. Then I'm going to create that same type of pattern right here by the corners of the eyes. So I'm going to press and just kind of drag it out, press, drag it out, press, drag it out. And you can go back in from the bottom, and you can add some more teardrops from the opposite direction heading in. This side, I just start off press, point, because you want a nice point on it, press, and then teardrop in. Okay, so now we're gonna let that dry on both sides. Now we're gonna start off on this rainbow crown. So I like to create this crown making sure that it's framing the head. So you don't want it to be totally straight. You want it to nice and frame the head. So I'm going to start off right next to my white with a thin line, a marker right there. And then I'm just going to dust out a little bit of red, just like that. You want to make sure that it's touching your little angel wing inside of there. If you're really good with the tip of your brush, fill it in there, because we're going to create that rainbow crown. And then I'm going to just kind of connect it, because it is going to be a crown. Next, I'm going to pick up orange. So now I just pick up orange on my brush, and then I'll follow up with yellow and the rest of the rainbow. So I come from the outside, and I just kind of drag it in, just like this, because we're going to be creating that rainbow effect. finally finish off that crown with a little bit of purple right inside of there. So you see, I created that nice rainbow crown right there. To me, it's beautiful. I love the whole rainbow effect. While I was painting the rainbow crown, I was allowing the heart time to dry and these little angel wings. So now I can go and outline them using black. So using a number 4 swirl brush, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of black and I'm going to start outlining those. So my heart, I'm just going to give it a little bit of a swirl. And outline it just like that. Then give those wings just a little bit of an outline. So I outline from the top and then I come from the bottom and come in and swoop it up. So come down, thin, swoop it up, and then just add that little. And so you're gonna follow that same formula for the corners of the eyes. So start off thin, come down, press, get thicker, end with a point. And then I come from the bottom and I create these feathered wings coming up, just like that. So again, come down, thin on the tip. At this point, my crown should be dry, so I can go in and I can start outlining and adding my curls and swirls on top of it. So I picked up a little bit of white. I'll have her just spin her head down just a little bit more. Add a little bit of a white highlight right inside of there. And then, using the tip of my brush, you want it to be as working so much on the tip of your brush, not on the side, not on this piece, on the tip of your brush. I want to see you just go very, very straight and start curling, making these scroll marks. So you can go curl, 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 up and down curl, just like that. So you get these nice, soft, dainty lines. Notice the angle that I'm working at. I'm just using a very, very straight brush. Swirl. Okay, now anywhere that I have extra space, you know what I can do? I can add teardrops. Inside of here, I can add another little swirl, maybe some more teardrops in there and here to fill in this crown. Another swirl right there, maybe another one right inside of there, and don't forget that little corner piece right inside of there. Just took a little bit of gold and I'm going to dust that over her eyes as the first color before I work the rest of any rainbow colors in. I always like a really soft color to be closest to the eye just because it softens it up. So then up a little bit of red and then a little bit of orange. I'll have her close her eyes. So I'm just tapping in. So once you have the rainbow eyes down, now we're just going to add the final little touches for this design. So on my sponge, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. And I pick up one of my favorite stencil sets. This is the Happy Hippie set by Margie, and it has these funky hearts and funky stars, and I say that this is like my my hot sauce. You know that hot sauce commercial? It's like, I put that on everything, and that's how I feel about these stencils. So I'm going to use those hearts to tie in together there. So I'm going to use them with white and glitter. So turn a little bit here, and I'm just going to use them. I take my sponge, and I'm just rubbing it directly on there. If you notice, I'm not pouncing. I learned that from Leia and by watching her class on Fabit TV. Then I'm going to take my white fairy dust glitter, dip my sponge in there just like that, and just tap it right on so that it's exactly where I want it to be. And now I have these beautiful glitter hearts, so I added some right there. Take my hearts again, just lay them down in this spot, Just rub them on there. Glittery hearts. Yeah. Now before I add my favorite part, which everyone knows is lipstick, I'm just going to pick up my white once again and add a few more scroll work. So the same scroll work that I added inside of the headband, I'm just going to add to kind of complement and match around these angel wings by the corners of the eyes. So again, loading up my brush with white, using the tip very, very gently. I'm just going to come on the sides and just add some of this scroll work to just make it a little bit softer. So I picked up a little bit of this new Magic Magenta Fab. It's one of my favorite colors for the lips. It's so beautiful. Then I just am going to give her a little bit of lipstick because she has the perfect lips of all time. Look at these lips. My magenta glitter, take a little bit of my magenta glitter, and I ask her to open a little bit, separate her lips, and I like to always add it to the bottom so that the color doesn't transfer. So finally, I would take just a little bit of black to outline this headband to make it tie into the rest of the black outline on the design. So I start at the temple, get very thin as I come, and I just trace it back to center point. So again, you want to just make sure that you're moving on the tip of your brush. You don't want that black to be so bold and overbearing. I want to thank you for joining me for this Angel Rainbow Heart Princess. As always, thank you for tuning in. If you have questions, comments, concerns, hit me up on social media. Reach me at Silly Farm anytime. If you want to know about any of the products, if you want to learn to face paint, I am your girl. I can teach you about face painting. I can help you with the products. I hope everybody is doing well. We thank you for tuning in. We love you and have a great day.